All right, everybody, we are getting ready here. We're ready to start. So listen, first of all, I want you guys to excuse me if I sound a little tired or if I'm sounding a little out of it. I just got off of a 24-hour flight about 5 hours ago, came to my room, ordered food. I was starving. Let me tell you, being someone who cannot eat gluten, it is very, very difficult to fly 24 hours. Then I slept for like 2 hours, and I'm up and about right now. But guys, this is a webinar I have been waiting a long time to do. I wanted to make sure that no matter what, we didn't miss it because the opportunity, the window I had to get our guest on was very, very small. I get asked this all the time, from when we were at the Inbox Live event to when we do our virtual weekend workshops to when we're on other webinars, where people say, Anik, can you teach a little bit more about conversion? Can you teach a little bit more about how to get more out of my traffic? And I love hearing that. And the reason I love hearing that, guys, is because it's very it shows me that someone's really a marketer. It shows me that they're really thinking about the next thing to do when they ask those kinds of questions. Everybody out there is just so focused and so worried and always thinking about just one thing, and that is, oh, I need to get more traffic. I need to get more traffic. I need to get more traffic. And I'll tell you that even the biggest internet marketers who are running seven-figure, multi-million-dollar sales online are still in that problem area. Now, for me, it wasn't until about a year and a half or 2 years ago that I really realized there's no point in getting more traffic until I know exactly what I'm doing with that traffic, and until I've mastered the art of converting that traffic. Now, when you're converting traffic, you need tools and access to things that can help you study what's going on your site. Now, some of you are just starting and you might be wondering, man, is this not for me? Now, let me tell you something. Even if you have an opt-in list of 5 people, even if you've only gotten 20 visitors to your site, you need to listen in on what we're about to talk about, okay? Because if you can make this a habit from day number 1 to do this right from the start and to always be focusing on the little teeny strategies that we're about to share with you today about how to get the best conversion, and then you are going to really, really thank yourself for having done that. So listen, today the individual I have on here he's got a presentation that I got a chance to get a sneak peek at. It blew me away. Having been in this industry for 12 plus years, having sold over $75 million worth of products on the internet, I can tell you that I realize there is so much even I'm not doing when it comes to conversion. So without further ado, I want to bring this person on to I want to bring him on live. But before we do that, I just want to, I always love to share with you guys where I am, what I'm up to, what I'm doing right now. Mark, if you could go to that next slide. I sent Mark a few pictures. These are like taken like not even more than maybe 2 minutes ago. Guys, this is the view out of my hotel. It is so cool. I'm staying here in the Marina Bay Sands Hotel in Singapore. It's a new hotel. Last time I came to Singapore, this property was just it was just getting built. Like they had just started building it, and so here you could tell obviously it's 9 in the morning, so even though it's an 8 p.m. Eastern time webinar over out in US, it's bright and early 9 in the morning here. So I have a gorgeous view. I can't wait for to have some fun here out here in Singapore. But listen, guys, looks like we've got a member from Singapore. Keith says, hey, Anik, welcome to Singapore. Thank you, Keith. Thank you very much. Absolutely gorgeous city. So anyways, that's my view. I love to always show you guys what I'm up to, what I'm doing. We're staying at, it was always a dream of mine to stay at this hotel. I'm a big hotel person. I love staying at the new properties and the big properties. So listen, guys, if you could help me welcome, all right, our next guest. One of the best presentations you've ever seen is about to come up right now, and it's on a topic that very few people are credible enough to talk about. So guys, if you could help me welcome and put together your hands, and maybe go to that let's go to the question box before I even give you his name or introduce him. Let's type in a big woohoo. All right, let's get some energy going here. Woohoo. All right, type in a big woohoo, and that's all right. I'm seeing a bunch of them coming in. All right. So, guys, without further ado, I want to welcome to you Mr. Mark Thompson. Mark, are you there?
I'm here, Anik. Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, Mark, listen. For those of you listening, Mark has just I got a chance to become good friends with him through a mutual friend we have, and our mutual friend, I've been doing business with that person for maybe over 10 years. And Mark recently got a chance to, take a dip into his organization. And I got to tell you, one of the smartest guys you're going to meet, and the tools they create and the products that they put out, I mean, they are absolutely spectacular. And it's coming from a true marketer who actually does what he talks about. So, Mark, thank you so much for taking this time to be here with our students and for everything that you're doing here. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, thank you, Anna, for having me. Keith said, "Try your luck at the casino," so be careful tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, before we get started, thank you, Anik, for that introduction, and thank you for all the woohoos and yeehaws for tonight. I appreciate that. Before we get started, I want to make sure that you guys can hear me okay. So if you can, just give me a yes, a hello mark, whatever you can, if you wouldn't mind, just so I can hear. Okay, getting yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. And you can obviously see my screen. You can see Anik's view from his hotel room. I wish I was there with him, but I'm not. I've never actually been to Singapore, but I've had the luxury of being able to travel all around the world. Hopefully, one of these days I will be able to go to Singapore. But Anik is one of the most brilliant marketers I know, and I'm so proud and I'm lucky to be able to present this webinar to you guys. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, really quickly, what we're going to be discussing tonight. Okay, really quickly, I'm not here to talk all about who I am, but I'm going to give you the 60 seconds about me, who I am, why you should be listening to me, what I've done, just in case you've never heard of me before. Okay, I'm also going to be talking about the 5 essential tips to turning casual visitors into buyers and subscribers. And now, guys, I'm going to be saying this a lot tonight. Okay, how can you turn traffic into buyers? Okay, when you can do that, you can make life-changing income. Okay, and I'm living proof of it. Okay, and I'll talk about my story here in a second, but I am living proof that traffic is one thing, but being able to turn that traffic into subscribers, into buyers who will buy your products time and time again, that's a totally another thing. And that's what this webinar is all about. Okay, so if you're having an issue with turning visitors into buyers, into subscribers, then this is your webinar. Okay. I'm also going to do what I call the A versus B challenge. And this is where I'm going to be asking for some participation from you guys. I'm going to be showing you guys some A/B split tests, and I'm going to be asking from you guys which of those A versus B split tests was the winner, and you guys will get to see we'll have a fun game with that. Okay, now I'm also going to be talking tonight about why Google Analytics has some major shortcomings, and I'm also going to talk about how you can fix those. Okay, and then finally I'm going to be showing you guys a live demo of an in-house heat map and visitor recording software that we have created that can increase your conversions by 300% without generating more traffic. Okay, I know as a marketer, it's hard to drive traffic, right? It's not the easiest thing in the world to do. Okay, people always say traffic is king. I'm here to say that conversion is king, and I'll talk about that here in just a little bit. Okay. Now, really quickly about who I am, and actually before I start talking about who I am, the partner that I have, Matt Callan. Anik and Matt have been good friends for a while. I was actually introduced to Anik from Matt, and Matt is in the background answering questions. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who Matt is. If you don't know who Matt is a brilliant marketer as well. He has been doing internet marketing for about as long as I have. Actually, I believe longer than I have, and he is also in the background answering questions. So if you guys have any questions during the webinar, feel free to fire away, and Matt will be behind the scenes answering those questions for you. I'm also going to take time at the end of the webinar to answer all the questions that you may have. Okay. Now, if any of you guys don't know who I am, my name is Mark Thompson. I've been an internet marketer for 9 years. I started in the offline world. Okay, what I mean by the offline world is managing client campaigns. I was doing things like SEO, pay-per-click, social media. I did that for about 6 years. I worked for a few different marketing agencies, and I learned a lot. That's when I was really kind of behind the scenes doing a lot of the grunt work, how to rank websites, how to manage pay-per-click campaigns, how to drive traffic, how to convert that traffic into sales. And and about 3 years ago, that's really when I think my life really changed. Okay, that's when I learned about the what I call the online world, which is how to build a list, the value of a list, and also the value of creating products and programs that people want to buy, that you have true passion about. Okay, now, I've been able and fortunate enough to generate over $15 million online in just the past 3 years. Okay, in just the past 3 years of creating products and programs, and I've created over 30 different training programs and software. Okay, so that's a little bit about who I am. I'll tell you a little bit more about who I am later on in this webinar, but I want to dive into the content now. So really, there's a misconception that marketers have, and I hate hearing this. I hate when people say that traffic is king. I'm sure you guys have heard that 1,000 times, right? Like driving traffic to your website, right? That's what it's all about. And and there couldn't be a bigger misconception, right? I mean, yes, traffic means something, but it doesn't it doesn't mean anything unless you can convert that traffic into subscribers, into leads, and into buyers, right? I mean, you can drive thousands upon thousands of people to your site, but if it's not converting into anything, right? If it's not converting into money for your business, well, then that's wasted traffic, right? And I can't tell you how many people will like when I do coaching, one-on-one calls or group coaching calls, how people are spending hundreds, thousands of dollars on things like Facebook ads and Google AdWords and media buys, and they're spending money and they're wasting money. They're wasting money because it doesn't lead to conversions, okay? And if you're one of those people that's spending money and it's not leading to subscribers, to leads, to buyers, you need to stop doing that right away. And you need to put the cart before the horse, and you need to make sure that your website or your sales page or your squeeze page is converting into leads, into buyers. Because if it's not doing that, stop turn the faucet off and stop sending traffic into your site. Okay, and that's really what this webinar is all about. It's about making sure that your website is converting before you start driving traffic. Okay, the traffic is the easy part, right? SEO, affiliate traffic, media buys, paid traffic. There's an endless amount of traffic. Okay, you'll feel much more confident sending traffic to your site if it converts, and you know it can convert. Okay, now, like most marketers, we don't have thousands of dollars to spend, right? We don't have thousands of visitors coming to our website. So we need to focus on fine tuning, right? And fine tuning our website for that engagement factor to ensure and know that when we drive traffic to our website, that they are engaged, they're watching our videos, they're digesting our content, and that they go directly to the call to action that we want. Now, I mean, how many times have you had those educated assumptions, right? Those guesses, like, oh well, I'm pretty sure that this squeeze page is going to convert, or I'm pretty sure that my sales page, people are going to buy, right? You can't play that guessing game. Okay, the people that play that guessing game are not going to get far in making money for your business, or not. You're not going to be able to build a business at all. Okay, and so I'm here in to talk about tonight during this presentation on how you can remove those educated assumptions and know for a fact that when you drive traffic to your website, that you're going to convert those people. Okay, now, I'm not sure. Did you know that on average, you have about 6 seconds to capture your visitor? Okay, and also, people spend less than 1 minute reading your emails, right? Okay, I mean, as you guys probably know, I mean, let me just get a poll from everybody on this call. How many of you guys believe that you have online ADD? I don't know about you guys. If you guys can just give me a big yes, if you have online ADD, where you're clicking and you're looking at 1,000 different tabs, you have 10 different tabs open and you're multitasking. I'm getting a whole bunch of yeses. Yeah, Carl, Nan, Kip, Russell, yeah, Christine, right? We all have ADD online. And and it's only getting worse, right? We're getting bombarded with messaging and with social media and just real-time updates and text messaging and phone calls and the kid running in the, I mean, we're bombarded with distractions, right? And so you only have a certain amount of time to capture your audience. Okay, and that's why I'm going to talk about 5 conversion boosting tips. Okay, it's so important that you focus on converting your squeeze page, your sales page, whatever it is. Okay, it's so important that you have the right messaging, that your site is laid out to convert. Okay, and so conversion boosting tip number 1 is the headline. Okay, so kind of we're going to dissect the anatomy of a landing page. Okay, a landing page can be a bunch of different things. It can be a squeeze page, it can be a sales page, okay, but just a landing page in general. Okay, now the headline is by far and away one of the most important factors when it comes to conversions, right? Because that's the first thing that people are looking at, right? Your conversion or your headline needs to resonate with your target market. Okay, it needs to hit home on their pains, okay, right? Their challenges that they're having and the benefits of what your product is going to provide, right? And here's just a simple test. And guys, when you're doing and we test all the time, okay, and it can be as simple as just changing a headline, and you guys wouldn't believe the dramatic increase or decrease in conversions just by a simple headline change. Okay, and this was one, just I'm sure you guys have heard of High Rise or Basecamp. They have a suite of products, and all they did was they changed the headline from start a High Rise account to 30-day free trial on all accounts, right? Now, I'm not going to go into details on the specifics of what converted better, and we'll have that A versus B challenge here in just a second. But just so you guys understand, the headline is the most important factor. So if you guys are out there, and I'm going to talk about 5 different elements of the landing page. Okay, if you're not focused on these 5 elements, then you're wasting time because these are the most important elements of a landing page. Okay, now the hero image, right? Now this is the prime real estate of your website, right? The headline and what I call, what is known as the hero image. So the main image, the main area that people see above the fold, right? So changing your picture, sometimes just changing a picture can be a dramatic increase in conversions. And a dramatic increase, guys, I'm not talking about 1% or 2%. Sometimes it can be as high as 10% just from switching out an image or just from changing a headline. Okay, so just that top part should be one of the main focal points of your squeeze page, of your landing page. Okay, now also obviously the offer, right? People obviously want to know what the product is, what it is that you're offering. So what I always recommend is having 2 different offers. Okay, and you can do split tests. It can be as simple as saying, okay, well, on offer A you're going to get a $25 coupon. On offer B you're going to get free shipping, right? And you can monitor and see which leads to more conversions, right? And you can do this. There's so many free tools out there, like the Google Website Optimizer, which is a free tool. It's very simple to use. You basically say, hey Google, put in landing page A and put in landing page B, and I can specify, do I want 50% of my traffic to go to A versus B? Do I want 75% of my traffic to go towards A, to A, and then 25% going to B, right? So sometimes just a simple offer change can make a dramatic increase in your conversions. Okay, now another one is your checkout process, right? Obviously when you're asking for someone's information, especially when it comes to payment information, that can be a very sensitive subject. And so you need to be careful and look at the screenshot I'm showing you here. This is Obama Biden campaign, right? They you can see the control versus the sequential here. There's a 5% increase when they took it from a one-step checkout process to a 2-step checkout process, instead of asking for all of their information all at once, their name, their address, their credit card information. Instead of doing that, they took it to a two-step checkout process, and they asked how much they'd want to donate, and then from there, that's when they asked for their credit card information. Okay, so your checkout process can be a dramatic increase or decrease again in your conversions. Okay, now, your main call to action, what you're telling the person to do, is also another main conversion boosting tip. Okay, so whether you're asking them just for their email address, whether you're asking them for their name and email address, right? The more fields that you have on a landing page, the less likely they are to convert. Okay, so if you can grab the essential information first and then ask for, the secondary information later after you've gotten that primary information, then your conversions are going to go way up. And this is a great example, right? Asking for their email address, and after they've logged in or they've done whatever, they can fill out the rest of their profile, right? So it's important to know exactly what information you need for that initial conversion, okay? And ensuring that your main call to action speaks to that initial conversion, okay? Now, another big tip, okay, and this works especially it really works in any industry, okay, is scarcity, right? Having some sort of a countdown timer, or some sort of an urgency factor, right? And you see this everywhere, regardless of if it's offline or offline. You see, and we just had our Cyber Monday, right? We just a few days ago was Cyber Monday, where you can get all sorts of deals if you buy on Cyber Monday, right? And so there was an influx in sales for Cyber Monday because they don't want to miss out on that special, right? Same thing applies online. If you have an offer, a time sensitive offer, and you throw a countdown timer on there, and it's true urgency, right? I'm not talking about just putting a generic countdown timer on, but well, let me backtrack here. We actually did a test where we took our regular sales page and then we put a countdown timer on that sales page. Okay, the countdown timer had absolutely no. There was no indication that the offer was going to close. We just put a generic countdown timer on it just to test. Okay, and we did a split test. Okay, we took the generic offer and we took the offer with a countdown timer. We put a 24-hour countdown timer on it. That converted at 10% better. Okay, just by putting a generic countdown timer that just kept on counting down from 24 hours, right? Just because people don't like to lose out on a deal. Now, I'm not telling you to go and just throw a countdown timer on there just for the sake of it, right? I mean, having true urgency will help to get people to buy, right? And that's one of the most powerful features to getting people to, or components to getting people to turn from a casual visitor into a buyer just by throwing a countdown timer on it. Okay. Now, another thing is less is more, right? I mean, we are bombarded with content, right? I mean, when you're online, there's so many different websites, there's so much content out there that in today's world, less really is more, okay? A simple headline, a simple subheadline, bullet points that speak directly to their pains and challenges. That is what's going to not confuse your buyer and know exactly, hey, when I go to this website, I know exactly what they're offering and how it can solve my problem. Okay, so clear out all of the distractions. Okay, get rid of all of the noise, right? All the noise, the confusion on your landing page. Okay. Now the other thing is small segments and then scale. So what I mean by that is instead of creating a landing page, a squeeze page, okay, don't go and spend thousands upon thousands of dollars on paid traffic or thousands of dollars on an SEO on anything any way that you're driving traffic to that landing page, okay, if it's not going to convert. So test small and then scale. Okay, test until you've been able to get it to a point where you're happy with the conversions and you're at least breaking even, right? If you invest $100 into a paid campaign, you're going to get $100 back, right? It may not happen right from the beginning, right? But you're testing small, you're making tweaks and changes to your site, and then the goal is to obviously get positive ROI. Okay, so you can test with paid traffic, right? Things like Facebook ads, Google AdWords. There's an endless amount of ways to drive traffic. Okay, whether maybe it's an affiliate that's driving traffic or your own internal email list, right? You can test with a segment of your list. Maybe you have a list of 10,000 people. Maybe you send it to 1,000 people and you track your conversions. Okay, maybe it's converting at 5%. Okay, and then you make a few small tweaks, whether it's change of a headline or tweaking the offer or the price point. Okay, and then you send it to another 1,000 people, right? And then maybe it's at 7%. So it's important to make small tweaks along the way, and you really don't need a lot of traffic to make a conclusion. Okay, you can do it with just a few hundred people to your site. Okay, you can draw a conclusion if it's converting well or not. You don't need to drive thousands of people to your site and spend thousands of dollars. It can be very small, and once you have that winner, once you can invest $1 and make $2, you can ramp it up, right? Now, above the fold, right? I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard that 1,000 times, and it's so true, right? 80, almost a little over 80% of people don't scroll below the fold. Okay, so it's important to ensure, and I'll show you guys real proof that this is 100% accurate. Okay, that about 80% on average don't go below the fold. So it's important that you have your headline, your hero image, your whatever it is, your opt-in form, whatever it may be that you're trying to get them to do above the fold, because that means that 80% of people are going to miss your message if it's below that fold. Okay. Now let's play a little game, and this is where I want you guys to participate. I'm going to do a whole bunch of different A/B split tests, and I want to kind of weigh in and get and see where and just let me know what your if you think version A or version B converted better. Okay, so version A, I don't want to give this away here. So version A was a lightbox pop-up with a summary of your cart with the view cart button there. Okay. Do you think that version A converted better, or do you think that version B converted better? Okay, which is you have the checkout in the top right, which shows your total, but you can still see the full page. Do you guys think version A or version B? Okay, so let's see. A version A B A B A B B A B A B B. Okay, so it looks like I'm seeing. Okay, I'm getting a lot of responses here. Okay, good. So I'm looking. I mean, just from looking at all the responses here, it looks like we've had about 100 responses here. So about 30, about 60 to 70% said version A. Okay, so about 30 to 40 said version B. Okay, so here's the result. Version A converted 62% better than version B. Okay, 62% better than version B. Okay, all right. Let's do another one. Okay, version A. Okay, version A. This is a get response landing page. I'm sure you guys have heard of get response. So version A was they only had the buy button. Okay, version B was the buy button plus the free trial offer. Okay, do you guys think that version A or version B was better? Okay, I'm getting B B B B B B A B B B B B A B B B. Okay, so about a lot of B's. Okay, a lot of B's. So we're talking probably 80 to 90% are saying B. Okay, and you would be right. Okay, version B converted at about 158% better. Okay, just by tweaking the offer. Okay, instead of offering just a buy now, they're giving them the option of a free trial. Okay. Now, here's another one, version A or version B. Do you guys think version A, which gives you the kind of standard three-tiered pricing table, right, where you get three different options, or version B, where you can tweak your, now this is a hosting company, you can tweak what type of server you want, the number of websites you want, and then from there you can do a free trial. Do you guys think version A or version B? Okay. Let's see. A B A A B A B A B B A B B B A A. Okay, so right now this is about a 50% split, at least just by judging by all of the people that weighed in. All right, so version A got 2 to 3% more revenue than version B. Okay, Pretty interesting, right? I mean, now, and guys, believe me, I'm coming to a pretty big kind of conclusion at the end of this. Okay, here's another one. Okay, version A or version B, guys. Version A is okay. So you have your kind of hero image. Well, it's not even an image; it's just kind of a teal background. Get a quote. It's free. Take 5 seconds, right? That's kind of their main call to action. Free freight shipping rates, right? And then you have version B, which is that hero image, which is get a truckload quote, and then or talk to us. Okay, version A or version B? AA, BA, BAA, BB, AAB, AA. Okay, more A's than B's. Okay, but it's pretty close. Okay. Okay, so we're looking at 60, about 60-40. So about 60 people say, okay, and the majority of you guys look to be right. Okay, 232% more leads from just the one option, which is get a quote, it's free, take 5 seconds. Okay, that's a pretty significant increase, right? Just from reducing it to one option to two options. Now, in the other circumstance with get response, it was the complete opposite, right? Okay, I believe this is the last one here. Okay, guys, version A or version B? Okay, need a strong response from you guys here. Version A is kind of that old school squeeze page style. You probably saw it, 10 years ago. Watch now, put your name and email address in, send me free trauma treatment videos, right? And then version B is a little bit more, I guess, 2000, if you will, has the blurred background with that first name email address. Okay, do you guys think version A or version B? Okay. Wow. Okay. About 90% of you are saying version B. Probably 95% of you are saying version B. Okay. And would you believe it? Version A converted almost 20% better, right? I mean, just kind of let that sink in here, guys. And so, guys, here's the big conclusion of this is that you don't really know unless you test, right? We can make all the assumptions in the world that we think, whatever, version A is going to convert better than version B or vice versa. But you don't really know until you truly put it to the test and allow your traffic to dictate which version is going to be better, right? And yeah, I'm getting lots of wows, lots of ha ha ha's. Yeah, that's exactly right, guys. And how many times have you guys been, I've seen this so many times. And so I worked for a few different marketing agencies before I went off on my own about 4 years ago. And how many times have you showed a website to a boss, right? The big executive, right? Everyone values his opinion because he's paying your salary, right? And you say to the boss, well, what do you think of this website? And he says, oh, well, I don't like this, this, and this. He's just going off of his gut, whatever he feels. And there's no reasoning behind it. I mean, how many times does that happen, right? And yeah, I'm getting lots of yeah, right? I mean, like you guys have experienced this too, right? Design and your website and your layout, it's all subjective, right? One person could think one thing, another person can think the complete opposite. And this happens all the time in all different organizations and businesses. This happens where you have one person who is, the big, the head honcho, the executive that's dictating how a website should look or, the headline or things like that. When what should really be dictated is real visitors dictating what's converting and what's not, right? Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys have used Google Analytics. I install it on all of my websites, and I recommend that everyone do the same, right? Google Analytics is great. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. You can get a lot of great data from it, right? How many visitors are coming to your site, the number of pages viewed, the bounce rate, what browsers they're using. I mean, there's lots of good data here. Don't get me wrong, but it definitely has its shortcomings, right? And where the shortcoming is being able to look over your visitor's shoulder and actually see how they're engaging with your website. What are they doing on your website? You don't know based on just by numbers, right? And the way I look at it like this, right? How cool would it be if you could look at, and I went to I went to college and I played baseball in college, and I guess so I kind of have that baseball analogy. And I'm sure you guys have probably seen this, that the heat map tracking for a baseball hitter, right? You know that the red means that that's their sweet spot, right? That if they get a ball that's pitched to them in that sweet spot, that's where they're most susceptible to hitting a home run or getting a good hit. But if you can pitch to them in one of the blue areas where they're not so much a good hitter, well, then that can help you to strike them out or get a ground ball or something like that. So why can't you do the same with websites? And there's been that technology. The technology has been around for a while. Okay, things like heat maps for where people are clicking, right? If you can know without a doubt where people are clicking on your website, okay, are people clicking the logo, the navigation, your call to action, your images, then you can play to those strengths. You can play to where people are clicking, or if they're clicking in the wrong spot, well, then you know that you need to change something up, right? Okay, where are users' eyes going, right? Where is their mouse going? Are people looking in the wrong direction? Now, this can make or break your website, your squeeze page. Okay, it can turn a squeeze page that's getting a 20% opt-in rate to a 30, 40, 50% opt-in rate if you know why people are clicking in certain spots that maybe you don't want them to be. Okay, how far users are scrolling. Okay, we talked about this before, right? 80% of the people don't go below the fold. Okay, you need to ensure that your content above the fold is great, right? Is stellar. That's where you need to be spending the majority of your time, right? And so heat maps allow you to do this. Now, the other thing is, what if you could again look over their shoulder and actually watch them, record their session, right? So, and I've done this before where I say, hey, I'll ask my wife, I'll ask my mom, I'll say, hey, would you mind going to this website, and I'll sit here and look over your shoulder and just watch what you do, right? Because that someone that is fresh to my website, you get blinded. You get blinded by your website, especially when you work on it, day in and day out. You kind of lose track on what is important, what's not, and you don't really know what an actual a user that's never been to your website, how they're going to react to it, right? And so I've done this before, and I'll do real tests. I'll bring friends over and family, and I'll say, hey, go to this website. I just want to look over your shoulder and see what you're doing and how you're interacting with the website, what things stand out to you, what things do not stand out to you. And so what if you had that type of insight, right? What if you had that type of insight with your website with literally hundreds or thousands of people, okay? And so what this means for us marketers is you're able to start plugging holes in your sales funnels, right? You can stop those profit leaks. If there's, if you have a beautiful squeeze page, but for whatever reason people aren't opting in, right? Maybe they're only staying for a few seconds. Maybe the headline is not compelling enough, or the squeeze page, they're scrolling down to the very bottom, and the price is way out of their league, so they exit out, right? You can start plugging those holes. Okay, you can instantly see when, where, and why your visitors are leaving the page. Okay, when you start watching a few visitor recording sessions, you can it's kind of crazy to see. Just by watching 5 or 10 sessions, you can start to see that there's certain things that people start to do, and it's all that, and you can see them do. You can start to see them do the same thing, and you can see them like scroll to a certain part of your web page, and then you can see them either leave, or they quickly go to another page, or you see them go to that other page, and then 2 seconds later they go to another page. Well, it's like, well, if that second page was one of the main pages on your site, well, why are they leaving so fast, right? You can start to see that, and you can start to see those trends, right? What parts of your page are turning them off? Okay, what are those main blockages that are preventing the sale? Okay, what kind of intel you'd be able to fix your web page, and you can do this in seconds. Just by watching them for a few minutes, you can make very quick adjustments to fix those things. Okay, So you can watch your visitors and construct your sales messages and your sales pages around what they're actually doing and not just assumptions. Okay. And this is where I'm talking about Google Analytics having those it's Google Analytics is great, but it has its shortcomings, right? It's a lot of data. It's a lot of stats, it's a lot of charts, it's a lot of numbers, right? But with heat maps, you can visually see the data with those heat maps. Okay. And there are almost a limitless amount of applications that you can use heat maps, right? You can use it on A/B split testing during a website redesign, doing above the fold testing, identifying content that needs to be added, edited, removed, conversion rate optimizations with forms, right? I mean, we monitor checkout processes all the time, right? Like, why is it that people are not buying this one-time offer? Oh my God, there was an error on that page. We didn't even know about it, right? We watched a few visitor recordings on that specific page, and hey, we noticed that for whatever reason, maybe it was a problem with the coding, right, or the program, or whatever it may be. Um, engagements with your videos, screen resolution optimization. Maybe everyone has different desktop and mobile device browser sizes, right? So being able to watch, what does your website look like from a big 27-inch iMac to a smaller iPhone or an Android device, right? um, Navigation refinements, being, if people are clicking over 7 8 different clicks to get to your main call to action, well, maybe there needs to be some sort of refinement in your conversion path. Okay. Comparing visitors that clicked on images versus buttons versus text links. And then what I was talking about before, giving executives real data on what works and what doesn't work, right? How cool would it be to say, hey, you know what, big boss, instead of you just giving me your gut reaction, how about me backing it up with some real data on real visitors and what they did, and then judging our decision on what we should do based off of that, right? Before and after case studies, how specific user segments engage with your site compared to others. And then another big one is site security and potential vulnerabilities, right? We have found so many different loopholes and ways that people have accessed certain parts of our website that we never thought were available. And it's like, oh my God, how do they get there? Well, we can literally watch their path, how they get there, and we can plug up those securities in our site. And so there are an endless amount of ways that you can use heat map tracking. Now, unfortunately, there is some bad news. Okay, the bad news is that if you go to somewhere like Crazy Egg, I mean, how many of you guys have heard of Crazy Egg or Clicktail? If you guys can just give me a yes, if you've heard of Crazy Egg or Clicktail, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, they are great. They're great products, right? I'm getting lots of yeses, yes, yes. Okay, a few no's. Now, if you don't know what Crazy Egg or Clicktail is, they're services that provide visitor recording and heat map tracking. Okay, now, here's the problem. The problem with Crazy Egg, okay, for this example, is that they charge an arm and a leg for this type of data. Okay, you're talking thousands of dollars per year for this type of data. Okay, and they limit you. They limit you on visitors, on the pages that you can record, the type of reports that you can get. Okay, Clicktail. Clicktail charges $23,760 per year for 100,000 page views. Crazy, right? I mean, unless you're a Fortune 500 company, there's no way in hell you're going to, pardon my French, there's no way in hell you're going to pay over 20 grand a year for this type of data. I mean, it's insane, right? I mean, it's just crazy, but it's so essential for anyone who is trying to improve conversions. I mean, this data can be used in so many different ways. Now, here's the good news for you, okay? And Anik told you guys at the beginning of the webinar, myself and my partner Matt Callan, we're product creators. We love developing software. This is what we do for a living, and we created a piece of software that basically takes what Clicktail and Crazy Egg provide, instead of charging thousands of dollars, okay, we want to give you guys an affordable solution so you can have heat map tracking and visitor recording, okay? And that's why we developed what we call Heat Map Tracker, and actually it's on version 2.0. We created version 1.0, which was kind of our beta. We had actually a few thousand people test drive this software and tell us what type of features and enhancements they wanted. And we've been working hard with our developers and our guys to ensure that we've worked out all the bugs, we've added all the features that they wanted. Okay, and so what I want to do is show you guys Heat Map Tracker in action so you guys can see how easy it is to be able to pull heat map tracking and visitor recording reports whenever you want to. So you can have this real data so you can make real business decisions based off of real data, not just your gut, right? And so let me head over to this into Heat Map Tracker. So now right now there's actually, I'm going to show you guys two different screens. Okay, now Heat Map Tracker, the great part about it is if you guys are you can use this for both personal websites and client sites. So if any of you guys have a marketing agency, or you work with clients, or you're a business consultant, okay, you can use this for clients as well, okay, not just personal sites. So right now, let me make sure let me log back in here because I just oops, let me do this here, and let me because once I was logged in a little earlier, so I want to make sure, and I'm getting my oops, well, I'm clicking all over the place here. Okay, all right, let me log in here. Okay, so now I'm logged in as the admin, okay? So now with the admin, you can create as many users as you'd like. So if you have clients and you want to create sub-accounts, you can do that, okay? You can create sub-accounts, and it's as simple as, clicking create, putting in the business name, the website, the email, and their login, okay? So you can give them a login, and you can either create them as a free user. Okay, if you want to just say, hey client, I'm going to charge you $100 a month for this type of data, and we have thousands upon thousands of marketers and business consultants that charge clients for this data. And the great part about it is, guys, that we have people that go from Crazy Egg and Clicktail over to Heat Map Tracker because they don't have to pay thousands of dollars per year. Okay. Now, so you can create sub accounts, unlimited number of sub accounts. Okay, you can also accept payments. Okay, we have a PayPal integration. So if you don't want to use your own internal system, guys, I'm just going to make this browser a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. Okay, is that a little bit better, guys? I believe it was a little bit. Yeah, a few guys were saying too small. Hopefully, it's a little bit bigger. Okay, cool. All right, much better. Okay, cool. Sorry, guys. So right now you're looking at the payments area. So you can see all of your different clients and them, it sends automated PayPal invoices to your clients. And you have this package manager, okay? I can set up certain packages. So say for, client A, I could give them a certain package. So say that I wanted to give them, to be able to track 2 websites, okay? So for $5 a week or $9 bi-weekly or $15 monthly or $150 annually, I could automatically send them PayPal invoices. So if they don't pay those invoices, well, then then their tracking gets stopped, right? So you have the ability to charge as much or as little as you want for this type of data, okay? So that is what the package manager allows you to do. And like I said, you can create as many users as you want to, and you can create free users if you want to as well. So say maybe you just charge them, you could bundle it in with your marketing services, right? So like I said, guys, for those of you who are marketing consultants or agencies, this is a perfect solution for you. Now, even if you're not, say you're just a person with a website, or you have multiple websites and you want to be able to track your squeeze pages. Okay, I'm going to dive into into this dashboard here. Whoops, let me log out and let me log back in. So we have two different, you have the login as your admin, and then you have your login as a specific user. So this would be, if I'm a client. Okay, let me bump this up so you guys can see this a little bit better. And I'm not sure how to do it in Chrome. Let me log out. I'm going to do it in Firefox. So I know how to log. Let me do it here. Okay. Okay. So now hopefully can you guys see that okay? I want to make sure if you can just give me, okay. Just give me a few yeses that you guys. Okay, cool. Okay, so you guys can see it now. So now we're logged in as a specific user. Okay, so we've given this to our client, or just maybe it's just for our own personal use, and we can create as many projects or track as many websites as we want to, or as many as our package will allow, depending on what package you give a client, right? So here are just two test examples. I'm tracking my digital Kickstart website, which is my main online website. And then I also have our heat map tracker sales page tracking as well. So you can see the total number of visitors, the number of pages that are being tracked, and then the total number of sessions. So this is the unique visitors, and then based out of those 349 visitors, there are 1,848 sessions. Okay, all you need to do is take this tracking script and place it on the back end of your website. So similar to placing Google Analytics script, you just need to place it inside of the code of your website. Okay. Now, let's dive into one of these into the tracking. So like I was talking about, guys, here is all the tracking that you can get. Now, the dashboard here will show you guys, as you can see, when I started tracking this, you can see the number of sessions and the number of the time, the average time on site. You can also see where your people are coming in the world. But Google Analytics provides you that. We just give you a little bit of a summary. But where the real power lies is in the user sessions. So I can go in and see literally every single visitor session, what browser they used, okay, what operating system they use, right? Like here's Mac OS, Chrome version 38, right? I can see their IP address. I can see what country they're from. I can see how long the overall session time was. I can see when the day and time it was. I can see what pages they viewed, right? So I can go through here and I can see, okay, this person went from the main website to products to coaching to digital kickstart to products, right? And so I can look at all of these different, and what I can do is say I want to look at this one, Mac OS. Okay, I'm going to click on play, and it's going to load up, and it's going to give me a summary of this person here. It's going to show you their browser, their operating system, the how large their desktop is, and then I can click on play, and you can literally watch them and see exactly what they do on the website. You can see their mouse, you can see where they're going. Okay, this was just a session that just happened just a few minutes ago, right? Now you can see here, they just clicked on the product section. Okay, now they're on the products page. Now where are they going? Okay, they went to the products page, but let's see, they're sitting there. Okay, you can see you can almost see them reading that main paragraph, right? Okay, well they didn't scroll down on the products page. Okay, that's kind of concerning. The coaching page. Okay, I can see that they went to the coaching page and then they stopped, right? Okay, now let me go to just a few more so you guys can see. So you can see just a few more here. Okay, now let's watch this person here. Okay, let me click on play. Again, I can literally watch where their mouse goes. I can see, look at, there's a left click. They just clicked on that. Now they went to the products page. Okay, I can see if they left click. I can see if they right click. Okay, I see they're starting to scroll down the page. I can see what products they're looking at. This is one of my big pages. Okay, this is where for the most part, a lot of people spend a lot of time on here because they're going. See, they just left click there. They went to go look at the social kickstart product that I have. Okay, I can see that they're checking out that product. Okay, that opens up to a new window. Okay, they just did another left click. Okay, so I can watch every single move that they make. Okay, and I can craft my squeeze page, my landing page around what it is that they're doing, and you'll start to notice as you start to watch 10, 15, 20 of these user sessions, you're going to start noticing that people start doing the same things. And if they're not doing what you want them to do, then that's a real concern, right? And so again, I can go and watch all of their user sessions, okay? But I can also go into the heat maps, and you can pull by clicks, by eye tracking, and by scroll any page that you want to, any page that you have the tracking script on, okay? and I can pull the data from the last day, the last week, the last month, a specific date range. Okay, and so say that I wanted to track by clicks, and I want to aggregate all of that data within the last month. Okay, I can do that and click. Oops, let me pick. I'll just for now just show you guys the main homepage. Okay, and it's going to give you a heat map of exactly where people are clicking. Okay, so I can see that the majority of people are clicking on the products. I can see that they're clicking on the coaching and affiliates area. I can see that they're clicking on this button here. Okay. If I scroll down more, I can see that they're clicking right here a little bit. Okay. I can see that people are interested in this product here. They're visiting the signal tracker page, right? I can see that they're clicking on see. They really seem to be interested in my webinars here, right? And so I can see exactly where people are clicking. There's there's no if ands or buts about it, right? Okay, and you can do the same with eye tracking, right? So now eye tracking, we literally can't follow their eye, but we can follow their mouse. Okay, so that's what it means by eye tracking. Okay, now, eye tracking is a little bit different. It's going to track where their mouse goes. Okay, and so it's going to load this up, and it's analyzing over 33 different points analyzed. Now, as you can see, the above the fold, that's where the person's mouse is going, but you'll see that it starts to lessen as you start to go down. So you'll see that people's mouses are scrolling a lot, right? You can see them going down the page with scroll, and then you can see a lot of people opting in here, right, to this here. Now, I'll bring up a really good point, and I actually left this on purpose just so I could show you an example. When I go to the scroll report, okay, I can click generate heat map, and you can see there's about 10,000 points analyzed over this period of time, and you can see the scroll. So 100% people are going to see this. You can see it starts to go to 98, 99. Maybe people on mobile phones can't see this part, okay, but then you can see it starts to drop down. 88%, 78%, 56%, okay, 45%. Now, this is a really big part that I wanted to talk about, and I've actually left this on my website on purpose. That I have this newsletter sign up, but as you can see, 43% are only scrolling down to this part. Okay, one of the big, and I'm sure you guys realize this. Building an email list is one of the most important aspects of building an online business. Okay, now and I'm probably losing subscribers by doing this, but I want to show you guys a real life example. When I first, and this website itself is not that old, but you can see only 43% of people are getting down to the opted form. So it would probably make sense to try to bump up that opted form somewhere at the top. Maybe it's on the right side. Maybe I replace this area, or maybe I replace the people. I know maybe a lot of people aren't clicking the like button. Okay, maybe I replace that with a free opt-in report, right? Because a lot of people aren't hitting that. Okay, so again, guys, you can see in real time, looking over their shoulder, exactly what they're doing, and you can summarize based on clicks, by mouse scroll, and by scrolling of the page, exactly how people are consuming each one of your products. Right now, we also have some other reports as well, like the popular pages that people are going to, like the top pages here. You can see the top 50 pages. Now you can also manage the data. Now, I know a lot of people are probably asking, well, now this is a self-hosted piece of software. So you install this on your server, okay? And this is, you own 100% of the data, okay? It doesn't get shared with anybody else. Now, I'm sure some of you are wondering, well, will this bog down my server, okay? For one, the data is actually fairly small. It's been about 51 megabytes, and we've had this installed for a few weeks now. We've had a few hundred. Well, we've had hundreds of people come to the website, and you could always purge the data after a certain amount of time. So maybe I want to purge a certain amount, a certain date range. I could do that, or I could purge the click maps, or the eye tracking maps, or the popular pages. And so I could delete any of this data that I want to. Now, we've also included with version 2 the ability to put this data on the cloud. You can actually have this data on Amazon. So we have an Amazon integration. So if you say, hey, I don't want to bog down the server, I don't want the data to be stored on the server, you can have it on a very inexpensive solution and have it on Amazon. Okay. Now, we also have some other, just kind of advanced settings, like if I want to stop a certain IP from being, from coming to the website, maybe it's skewing your data, or if I don't want to record mouse movements or whatever, or, session delays, if a certain person is inactive for a certain amount of seconds, I can stop that. So, your data is a little bit more advanced. And so, there's lots of advanced settings there. And so we've been able to convert, and so we install heat map tracker on literally every one of our sales pages and our opt-in forms. And I'll give you guys a real life example. So we've installed this on heat map tracker. So you can see we've had thousands of visitors. And here's one of the things that we noticed. If I go into here, I'll give you guys kind of a real life example. Now, I'll show you the last, just maybe the last day. Okay. Now we've changed the landing page significantly. Now we had a different headline up here. Okay. Let me Now we noticed that people were leaving. I'm sorry, this video is playing here. People were leaving this website very, very quickly. Our bounce rate was very, very high, and the time on site was very, very small. So our headline was not capturing the people, and we saw this just from our user data. Okay, we saw this from if let me get out of here. Let me leave the page here. Okay, so we noticed from our user sessions that a lot of people were leaving very quickly, within a few seconds. Okay, and so what we've been doing real-time split testing on our headlines to see if we can bump up the time on site and the engagement. Okay, this is just one example of how we're using our heat maps. Okay. Now, let me go. Now, I've showed you guys kind of the software in action. I want to kind of flip over back to the presentation and show you guys how we kind of stack up against some of the competitors, like I told you guys about ClickTail and Crazy Egg. Now, obviously, we have visitor recordings, we have heat maps, we have scroll maps, we have click maps, we have the eye tracking. You can record the mouse movements. We also have the real time reporting. So as soon as that visitor records that session, it's live in your account and you can watch it. Okay. Some of the other solutions out there, sometimes it's on a 24-hour delay, or it takes some time to come into your account. Okay. Now the other big one is you can record unlimited page views, unlimited pages, unlimited visitors. Okay, so there's no limitations there. Now you also have the option to white label the software. So let me go actually back into the admin section here, and you can, like I said, you guys can. Let me find the login here. Okay, so going back into the admin section. Okay, if I go into the oops, not the support section. If I go back into the account settings, oh, oops, I am in the user section. Sorry, let me log in as the admin. Okay, now we're in as the admin. Okay, if I go into the admin settings, you can actually put in your own logo into this area. So you can totally rebrand this. Okay, and you can put in your PayPal email address so they PayPal you for invoices, and then you could also put in your own training. If we have created training for the software, but if you want to put in your own training that's customized for your brand, you can do that as well. Okay, so we have that ability to, with those white label options and the sub account creation. Okay. So what you're going to be getting with Heat Map Tracker is being able to install this on not only unlimited personal sites, but also unlimited client websites with really no restrictions. You can record unlimited user sessions, unlimited page views, and it's self-hosted, so you own the data. All you need to have is a server that has a PHP or a Linux server with cPanel. Okay, you can go and get a server from HostGator for $3 a month if you don't have one. Okay, and it works on literally any site. Okay, any site where you can put in our tracking script, you can track that site. So WordPress site, Joomla site, Magento site, doesn't matter what type of foundation you're on. Okay. Now, what's great about it is you can, if you're if you're looking for another revenue stream for your business, okay, you can provide this as a service to clients. Okay, I've been paid $800, $1,000, $1,500 per year. Okay, hundreds of dollars per month just for this type of solution the because other people realize how expensive this type of data is, okay, for other solutions. They don't want to have to go and pay, $20,000 per year. Okay, so if you're a marketing agency, we have hundreds of people that are packaging it in this as a service, right? Or they're charging this a la carte. Okay, now, the agency license, it retails at $497. Okay, we charge $500 for the agency license. Okay, which allows you to do everything that we've talked about. Okay, now during launch week, which is actually what we're in, we just recently relaunched our heat map tracker version 2.0, and we've been and you can see if you go to the website right now, and if I go right now, I'll just go to heatmaptracker.com. Okay, and I'm going to scroll down. I'm just going to pause the video here because it's going to play here. Okay, and so if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll notice here that the lifetime agency license is $397. Okay, so that is what we're charging for normal people during this launch week. And as you can see, our launch week is ending in about 3 days. But we talked to Anik about this, and Anik again has a great relationship with my partner Matt, and Anik has been a great a partner of ours for a while now. So what we've done for this webinar, this live webinar only, and only for Onyx subscribers, is we've knocked off basically a $200 discount off of the retail price, and you can get it for a one-time cost for $297. Okay, and you can go to heatmaponic.com to get your discounted license today. And that is the agency license, which allows you to resell this and create unlimited number of sub accounts. You can use it for personal and for client websites. And I guarantee you, if you grab this agency license and you sell one client, okay, one client, you can easily make up this investment today. Okay, just charge one client $297 for the year, or a lifetime. Charge them it for the lifetime. That's fine. You're gonna recoup your investment. Okay, so Matt, I know Matt's on the call as well. If you wouldn't mind just putting heatmaponic.com to grab the discounted license. And again, this is a private link only for Onyx subscribers, the people that are on this webinar right now. Okay, now if that's not a sweet enough deal for you guys, we do have some very special bonuses tonight. Again, like I said, Anik has been a great partner of ours for a number of years. And so, like I was telling you guys in the beginning of this webinar, Matt and I are product creators. We love creating software for marketers. That is what we do. We have dedicated developers and designers where we support our products. We're always continuously improving on them. And over the last few years, I've been able to really scale and streamline the product creation process. Okay, I'm not sure if any of you guys, maybe you've heard of some of these products, but we created a product called Nutshell Metrics. It's a software as a service application for marketing agencies. It's a 100% white label portal for tracking all different types of metrics. So Google AdWords and analytics and online reputation management and keyword rankings and all that kind of stuff. Okay, we created this, and this was just one of the products. Okay, another product that we created, Social Kickstart. This is a Facebook marketing, all-in-one marketing application. Okay, Webinar Ignition. We created a WordPress plugin that helps you to create webinar funnels. Okay, leveraging Google Hangouts. Okay, DIY Links. We created a link building management application. Right. Press Play. This is our video player that helps you to generate leads and sales. Okay, Scarcity Builder. This is a WordPress plugin that helps you to add countdown timers to your products. Okay, Graphic Kickstart. We've created a graphic membership for marketers that want a massive collection of designs, whether it's logos or headers or squeeze pages. Okay, PLR Kickstarter. We create ready for market PLR products. And here's what I'm trying to get at, guys. Okay. Um, we had, if any of you guys know who Todd Brown is, he is one of the most brilliant marketing funnel experts around. He owns marketingfunnelautomation.com. He contacted me as well as many other big guys in our space. And they're like, dude, how the heck are you cranking out such amazing products? It seems like every week you're coming out with another amazing product of software. You're like, what's your secret? And I was getting tons and tons of people asking me this. And I'm not going to lie, like I took this to an extreme. Like I figured out the product creation, kind of blueprints or tricks or whatever you want to call it, and marketing them. And I've just scaled it out, and that's what I do for a living. Full time, I create products that marketers want, and I support them and stand behind them. Okay, and so I've been doing this out of my home office with virtually zero startup costs. Okay, and I'm here to tell you that you can do the same thing. So if you're interested, and for any online marketer, it's important that not only there's two things that you need. You need to be building a list, and you need to be creating products and programs around your passions, right? And that is what this special bonus that I'm going to be offering for you guys. This is one fast action mega bonus for the first 50 subscribers. Okay. Now this is, like I said, guys, this is only a bonus for the first 50 members, and you can only get it on this live webinar. This is not something that we are giving out to anybody else. Okay. And so what I'm going to be giving you guys is my Seller Kickstart workshop. Okay. The Seller Kickstart workshop, I actually just finished it a few weeks ago now. You're going to get free access to it. This is a 6-week workshop. This is an intensive product creation and marketing workshop. Okay. We had 12 live workshop sessions, all of which went about anywhere from an hour and a half to 4 hours. We have foundational video training. There's also 8 bonuses as well. Now, every single member in this Seller Kickstart workshop, they paid between $1,000 and $1,500 to join. We only took 3,000 or 300 students, and we maxed this out. And we got 300 students in the first 3 days. Okay, this thing sold out really, really fast. And just because I practice what I preach. Okay, everything I talk about in this workshop, I actually do. I show real case studies, and people were amazed at the amount of information that I was providing them. Okay, and just to give you a little bit of a summary of everything that we covered. Here's what we covered during those 6 weeks. Okay, we talked in week 1. We talked about the foundation. You can see these were the actual dates of the live webinars. We went from October 14th to November 20th. So again, it just ended a few weeks ago, and this is all fresh content. So in week 1, we talk about the foundation. So getting in the right frame of mind. Okay, being an internet entrepreneur, being an online business owner, you need to have that right frame of mind, right? You need to be you need to have your ducks in a row. You need to be organized. You need to streamline things. You need to know what your strengths and weaknesses are. You need to have the right tools and software in place. Okay, that was what the foundation in week 1 was all about. Okay, week 2 was market research. Okay, understanding who your competitors are, what type of products. If I create a product, do I know that that's actually going to sell? Okay, and I can't tell you how many people that I've talked to or coached where they spend they spend tens of thousands of dollars on this product they think is going to sell well, and it falls flat, right? And it's because they didn't do the market research the right way. Okay. Week 3 is about product creation. I'm going to show you how to create a product in an hour. Okay. Anik is a brilliant product creator. He knows, monetizing your business through product creation that's kind of the next level in your online business, right? Level 1 is kind of building your email list. Level 2 is product creation. And the good thing about product creation is you're building a list of buyers at the same time. I'm going to show you guys everything from, software is my forte, but we're going to talk about how to create ebooks, membership sites, audio courses, you name it. Okay. Week 4 is about marketing funnels and optimization. Okay. We'll dive into everything from A/B split testing. We'll talk about how to create upsells, cross sells, how to create free offers that drive them into an autoresponder sequence where you can maximize the return on every single new subscribers or new buyer that you get. Right. Week 5 is about product marketing and promotion. How do you get your product out there once it's created? Right. How do you partner with affiliates and JV partners? How do you set up Facebook ads? How do you there's all different types of traffic getting strategies there. And then week 6 is about scaling. Okay. And I'll just show you guys a quick screenshot here. You want to talk about scaling. I don't mean to like toot my own horn, but I'm kind of like the poster child of it. In 2012, when I kind of started my online marketing career, if you will, the first year I generated about $150,000 in revenue. Okay. Last year I generated 1.5 million. Okay. This year I've hit over $12 million in revenue. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Okay. There were many hurdles that I had to go through in order to get to that. Okay. How to hire the right type of people. I'll show you how to hire designers, developers, marketers, managers, whatever it may be, how to have the right systems in place. Okay. This is very important. Okay. And I'll show you guys how to scale it. Okay. So you guys again are going to be getting access to this. I have never done this before. Okay, mark my word, I've never offered this as a free bonus. And because Anik is a really great guy, we've known him for a while. We wanted to do this for you guys only. Okay, so this product creation workshop is your shortcut to online success. Okay, and it's contributed to over $12 million in sales. Okay, in just this year alone. Okay, and I'm living proof, and I'll show you guys inside of this course. Okay, heatmapanik.com. Okay, that link is inside of the GoToWebinar chat panel. Okay. Now, here are just 4 testimonials from some of the Seller Kickstart workshop members that just finished. Okay, this was from John. He said, "Just wanted you to know that I've been going through all the videos and live calls. I wanted to tell you how much I appreciate you and what you're doing for this course. I honestly wish I could go back and pay you all the money I've spent with so-called gurus who didn't really care about really providing what guys like me need to succeed in the industry. Thanks again." And I mean, you probably, if you don't know who I am, hopefully just by this webinar alone, I'm not one for fluff and sugarcoating and giving you a load of BS. I'm one for getting right down to business. Okay, I can't tell you how many people I've met and I've been introduced to, and I just get right down to business and I start talking. I'm not one for small talk, and it's been kind of an inside joke with a lot of the people that I've met where I'm just like, all right, let's get down to it. What do we need to do? How do we, do X, Y, Z, right? Jen said, Mark, Seller Kickstart course has been not only great information, it's been actionable, even for someone like me who doesn't have a background in marketing. The way he teaches makes concepts easy to understand and apply to my business. As an added bonus, he personally was available for questions, so you're never left wondering, how can I apply what he's teaching in my industry? Just ask him, okay? Justin says, I've been marketing online for quite some time. I'll say hands down, I've never been through an online training class as comprehensive as Mark's Seller Kickstart. Not only that, but Mark is one of the guys who cares about his clients and they get what he's teaching. I've spent thousands of broken promises and out-of-date strategies. Mark opens up his business to show you what he's doing, something I know most don't do. And that's really true, guys. I really do open up what I do, and I open that up to you guys in Seller Kickstart. One more, you're my inspiration. Your coaching has changed my life. After a long struggle to finish my first product, I made it high quality and a conversion machine. I'm truly thankful. So, guys, that's the mega bonus for the first 50 customers who grab a heat map tracker tonight. Now, I just want Matt, if you wouldn't mind just putting in the chat box how many people have taken the 50. Again, this is going to be for the first 50 people only. You can go to heatmapanik.com to grab it. Again, we're trying to make this as no brain of an offer as possible, guys. Like I said, if you go to heatmaptracker.com, you're going to see it's $100 more for the agency license. So you can grab this at a $100 discount right now. Plus, you're going to be getting access to Seller Kickstart, which, like I said, if you go to the sellerkickstart.com website, we were selling it for $1,000 up to $1,500 at one point. So this is a legitimate. Okay, Matt says there's 18 seats left right now. So thank you to everyone who has taken action so far. You'll be getting access to the Seller Kickstart membership within the next 24 hours. Once we get a list of everybody, we will send you guys your access, and you're going to have access to everything immediately, because like I said, this was a live workshop that we did and we just finished. So you're going to get access to everything, all of the replays from the live workshop, the pre-recorded sessions. There's free access to some of my products in there. There's literally hundreds of dollars worth of bonuses from some of the software that we've created. Okay. Now, if that wasn't, I guess, a sweet enough offer for you guys, and hopefully, you've seen just from all the value that we've added already, we have three more bonuses. These are our conversion boosting bonuses, and the first one is you're going to get a free copy of our Scarcity Builder product. This allows you to place a countdown timer, which can be date-based, evergreen, or an IP-based countdown timer. This works on any WordPress site. It's a simple WordPress plugin. I use this on almost every one of my sales pages, and it's one of the reasons we built this. There's a lot of countdown timers out there. I thought that we could do better, and we felt that our designs for these countdown timers are the best out there. So you're going to get a free copy of that. You're also going to get a copy of our WP AdBurn WordPress plugin, which, if any of you guys, I'm sure you guys have heard the concept of banner blindness. How many of you guys have gone to a website and you totally don't even look at banner ads anymore, right? And from a site owner's perspective, that's how you make money, right? From clicking on banner ads. Okay, marketers have gotten much more savvy, okay, over the years, and they know what's an ad and what's not. Okay, and so what WP AdBurn does is it stops banner blindness. Okay, it blends advertisements in with content. Okay, so it turns your content into advertisements in a really cool way. And you'll see here's kind of a really quick screenshot of it, and it looks almost like another blog post, but it's actually an advertisement or an advertorial, if you will, to either an external link, or it can actually be an advertisement on your website. Okay. Now, the other bonus that you're going to get is you're going to get free access to our six-figure mastermind group. These are there's hundreds of like-minded internet entrepreneurs and marketers inside of this group. Okay, I share all sorts of insider tricks and tips and resources. This is a great place just to collaborate with like-minded people. There's been lots of JV partnerships that have gone here. There's been lots of people that have found partners when creating products. It's just a great place to meet people that are all on the same kind of wavelength, all internet entrepreneurs trying to grow their online business. Now, people that are part of this group are only part to get access to this group. You're either part of the Seller Kickstart program, or you're part of one of our other group coaching programs that we've offered over the last few years. Okay, so you're going to get access to all of that. Okay, you're going to get access to Seller Kickstart, as well as those three, the two plugins, software plugins, as well as access to our private Facebook group. Okay, this is a one-time payment, guys. I see some questions, people asking, is this monthly? Is this annual? This is a one-time payment. Okay, one payment of $297. Heatmapanik.com. Not only are you going to get access to it, you'll get access to any upgrades and updates that we add to the software. Okay, now, if you've purchased any of our software in the past, okay, you know that we continuously add new features to our software. Okay, all the software that I listed, and we have more software than that. We continuously add new features based on what you guys want. Okay, we have a certain system in place where we create we create a specific piece of software, right, and then we bring it to market, and based just on research and just from our demand that we see in the marketplace, right? From there, and we give it a certain set of features, right? And then we know, based on the initial customers that we bring in, that there's going to be other features that we didn't think about that our customers want. And that is how we develop all of our products. And Heat Map Tracker is no different, right? Heat Map Tracker is on version 2.0. Okay, we built version 1.0. Okay, and then we listened. Okay, we listened to what you guys wanted to improve on the application, right? And we took a list of all of those, and we saw, okay, well, the majority of people are asking for these three features. Well, let's add them, right? One of the big features that you guys wanted that we added in version 2.0 was being able to store the data on the cloud so you could have it on Amazon. Okay, that's one of the big things. Now in version 1.0, we didn't have that. You had to store it on your server. Okay, some people like that. They like it, have it on their server. They have more than enough resources. They can do that. But other people say, hey, I just want to throw it on the cloud, and so we did that. Okay, along with a lot of other suggestions, and so that is what we continue to do with our products and services. So you know that when you invest into one of our products, you're going to get access not only for life, but you're going to get access to our upgrades and enhancements as well. Okay. Now, here's just a really quick summary of everything that I just talked about over the last 10 to 15 minutes. So you're going to get access to Heat Map Tracker, the agency license, which gives you access to install Heat Map Tracker on unlimited personal sites, unlimited client sites. You can 100% white label it. So our branding, our Heat Map Tracker branding is nowhere to be found. Okay, you can create unlimited sub accounts, so you can create as many client accounts as you want to. You can send out automated PayPal invoices, so it automatically invoices your client. If for whatever reason they stop paying you, then that service gets canceled, right, until they pay you. And there's no restrictions or limitations. Okay, so you can track as many pages or as many sites as you want to. Okay, now for the first 50 people, and I'll have to get an update from Matt here in a second, is the free access to the 6-week Seller Kickstart workshop. Again, I can't emphasize the value of this. It's I say a value of $1,500, but I spent a good 6 weeks of my life over over the last 6 weeks, pouring my heart and soul into everybody that was in that workshop, and really leaving no stone unturned. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to grow an 8-figure business in as little as 3 years, and I really show you everything. I log into my accounts, my project management software. I show you real time, like real projects that I'm working on that I'm not even launching yet. I mean, I can't stress that. Okay, so again, the first 50 members will get access to that, and then, like I said, the last three conversion booster bonuses are the Scarcity Builder plugin, the WP Adburn plugin, and access to the 6-figure mastermind group. So now, one more thing, I want to let Anik come on here in just a second. I know this question always gets asked on webinars. Is there, is there a money back guarantee? All of our products, okay, that we offer is a 30-day money back guarantee. So that there's no difference with Heat Map Tracker. So all of the risk is on me. Okay, you can try it out for 30 days for whatever reason. If it doesn't meet your expectation, all I ask from you is let us know what didn't meet your expectation, so we can continue to improve on it. Right? We're always, I mean, I'm not going to lie, we pride ourselves on support. I'm probably in there more than I should be, but I love having my finger on the pulse in terms of what our customers like and what they don't like, so we can continue to improve on our products. I'm very, very passionate about that. So you do get 30 full days to test out the product and make sure that it's right for you. Okay, so again, you can go to heatmapanik.com. That's the private link for you guys only. And what I'd like to do now is bring Anik on, and then Matt, if you wouldn't mind just checking on how many licenses are left for the Seller Kickstart Mega Bonus. But Anik, if you are there, I'll bring you on back if you want.
All right, let's see. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, perfect. Well, listen, everybody. Thank you first of all for all of you who've stayed on this long. I'm reading these the comments. My God, we are getting absolute ridiculous amounts of excitement here. People have not seen anything like this before, and I just want to tell you guys that you haven't seen anything like this before because it doesn't exist. I've never seen anything like this before. So I do want everybody here to know that this is incredibly, incredibly, incredibly an amazing, amazing offer, and Mark and Matt, to both of you, I want to also say thank you, guys, for well, thank you guys for doing this. I mean, seriously, thank you for not only doing this webinar, but thank you for putting together this heat map product that people can actually get a hold of. And on top of that, the massive discount that you guys are giving with all the ridiculous bonuses, guys, you are not going to get this anywhere else. You can go check online anywhere you want, even at the regular heat map tracker website. This is really only something that they're doing for me. And I just, I told you guys, I flew in 24 hours. I got here, and I immediately went straight to to do this webinar because that's how powerful I know it's going to be, and I know that all of you need to have this information. I cannot vouch more for these two guys, Matt and Mark. Mark, who's been presenting to you, everything they create from, I've known Matt Callan for 10 plus years, and I've known Mark here now for about a year. And I got to tell you, everything Matt has ever created with anyone he's working with has always been absolute, just top notch. It's always the best that is in the industry. So you guys, if you're on the fence about this, I want to tell you, there's absolutely no risk. There's no reason for you not to try this. All right, so if you go to heatmapanik.com, that's how you get all the bonuses. That's how you get the special discount. That's how you get everything that Mark has been talking about. So right now, okay, seriously, go to heatmapanik.com this very minute and close your eyes and make that decision. Now, they have offered a tremendous bonus. I did not know that was coming up. Okay, the whole, I think, what is the worth of it? Mark, was like $1,500, right? The whole coaching series you guys have done.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah. So we've offered it between $1,000 and $1,500 for those. We only allowed 300 people, and then we closed it up because we wanted it to be just a close group, close community. So
Yeah, I mean, so guys, here's the deal. And Mark actually said this too. He said that this is only live, only available right now. Here's the deal. I have to go, and I know that Mark's got to go too. But we are going to do some questions. So you guys get ready to do some questions. But I do need to bounce very soon, and their bonuses are tremendous. So here's the deal. I'm going to be here for an exact another 5 minutes, and obviously I gotta. So a lot of you have been asking why I'm in Singapore, and it's one of my very close friends' bachelor party. That's why I'm out here. So I gotta obviously go and go have fun and go enjoy. So 5 minutes. I'm starting a countdown on my phone, and that bonus for $1,500 bonus is going to stop because I know for a fact they cannot afford to give it to everybody. And I got to tell you, I think we're pretty much sold out of the licenses too. I believe we're sold out of the licenses already. But I'm gonna make this decision on my own behalf. So I hope Mark doesn't mind. We're gonna extend it for 5 minutes. That means you've got 4 minutes and 10 seconds. I mean 50 seconds left. I need you guys to make that decision. Go to heatmapanik.com right now and just make the decision. Do it right now. That's the way to get all of those ridiculous bonuses. Do it this very minute. You guys have exactly 4.5 minutes now left. After that, I am going to have to leave. You'll have the Q&A session. Mark's going to be here to answer more of your questions, but we are going to then remove this bonus. This is the moment to make that decision. So right now, if you are going to make that decision, then what I want you to do is go to that question box right now and type in "I'm in." All right? I want you to type in "I'm in" if right now, this minute, you are making that decision. You're going to make this 5-minute deadline. Wow, got a lot of people right now. "I'm in." So
yeah,
guys, go right now, type in "I am." You've got exactly 4 minutes left now.
yeah, Anik.
All right, Mark, you were saying something?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, hey, you're on a bachelor party. I want you to have a good time. I'm here. I'm gonna answer every single question that I possibly can. What I'd like to do is, I see a lot of people asking, can you go into the back end of the seller kickstart workshop because they want to get in, and so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go through just the back end of the membership so you guys can see exactly what you're going to get for that bonus. Once we go through that bonus, and we'll cut it off after that, because I know Matt has said that there's only a few left, and I see a bunch of you guys saying I really want to get in, but I want to make sure I know what I'm getting with that bonus. So obviously everyone's going to get heat map tracker in the two pieces of software and our access to the Facebook group. But really quick, I just want to log into Seller Kickstarter and show you guys what you're going to get access to. Anik, if feel free if you need to head out, feel free to say any last words, and I can kind of go through Seller Kickstart, and I can answer all the questions that we need to tonight.
All right, guys. Well, there's 3 minutes left. All right, so I am gonna head out, but the countdown is going, and I've given it over to Matt Callan's hands. So, guys, 3 minutes left. Let's make that decision, okay? And the reason I do this is also because we have a tendency to sit on decisions, but the whole thing here is that change only comes when we make a strong decision, and sometimes we need that motivating factor to make us. What's going to happen as soon as you make this decision on the other side, you're going to feel great about it. Right now, even if you're having some concerns, thoughts, second thoughts, trust me, there's nothing you can lose here. There's absolutely nothing that can go wrong. These guys I put all my credibility behind them because I know them, I trust them, I know the quality of their product. We're not only that, but you're getting all these ridiculous bonuses just for giving it a shot. All right, and so right now I want you guys to go to heatmapanik.com this very instant, and you've got exactly 2 minutes. We're at 3 minutes now, 2 minutes left, but I'm going to go ahead and quiet up now. I know you guys have some questions, so please go ahead and work with Mark through them. And I look forward to seeing you guys inside of Heatmap Tracker, and I know how amazing of a program it is, and I know it can really change your entire website and your whole business. 1 minute and 40 seconds left, guys. All right, I'll see you on the other side.
Okay,
Mark,
guys. So thank you, Anik. Let me, if everyone that is in, just so we can keep track, and Matt is tracking this. If you can email bonus@digitalkickstart.com your receipt, that way we can ensure that you guys get the Seller Kickstart bonus. Okay, so so please go to bonus@digitalkickstart.com. Matt, if you wouldn't mind just putting that into the chat box, just so we can make sure that we get everybody accounted for their bonuses. And then what I'm going to do really quickly is just go through Seller Kickstart. If you haven't just so you guys know exactly what you're getting. I don't mean to stress on this bonus, but I really want all of you guys to be able to take advantage of it, because we've never offered it for free. And so there's only another minute or two left here. So we have all of our live sessions. Okay. So like I talked about before, we have weeks 1 through 6, and there were 2 sessions each week. Okay. So you can go through and you can watch all the different sessions. You can download all the different slides, everything from traffic strategies and launch strategies and outsourcing and creating processes and systems. We also had Todd Brown, who's a really good friend of mine, go through some of his top marketing funnel and automation. We talked about influencer JV opportunity research, product ideation, how to create products, how to enhance your products to sell them for more. We spent a whole webinar on just software creation. That's just the live sessions alone, okay, which is probably 15 to 20 out, probably about 20 hours worth of content there. Okay, then we had each of the different weeks. So there's core content that was available for all of our members, and so everything from week 1, which is kind of foundational training, going through focusing techniques and staying organized, and creating a list building techniques, and payment processing, and how to handle customer support and software, and even some accounting and legal things. I'm not going to go through every single one of these weeks because I know that the clock is ticking. Guys, I also give you my Rolodex, like certain people to contact for writers, for video, for design work, for voiceover, for support, for development. There's all different people that you can contact. Then we give you all sorts of what I call extras or goodies. There's like a JV recruitment email for webinars. There's a sales funnel graphic. I show you actually inside of my home studio, so how I create professional video and audio, the equipment list that I use, email sequences, optimized 2.0 page templates, all different access to Matt and I products that we have. There's legal templates. I mean, it's a almost like a business in a box, if you will. And this is everything that I've used to scale my business. So, guys, this is your last chance to grab it now. Again, email your receipt to bonus@digitalkickstart.com. And I guess from what Matt said, we've closed up on the fast action bonuses. So I appreciate everyone that's taken action. What I'll do right now is answer any questions that you guys may have. Because I want to make sure that everything is clear. Anything that I may have talked about before. Let's see here. Let's see. I am dumb and okay. You're technically challenged. Don't. That's okay if you're technically challenged. Okay. Here's the thing. Okay. You can. And this is what we recommend. Now we have a walkthrough video on how to install the software onto your server. Okay, if you don't feel comfortable with doing that, that's okay. You can go over to Fiverr.com and you can pay someone $5 and they will install it for you. It takes no more than 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, if you know what you're doing, to install and get the software set up. Okay. Guys, yeah, I see some of you guys asking how you're going to get access to the bonuses. If you email bonus@digitalkickstart.com with your transaction, if you've purchased, obviously from now on, you'll get those bonuses probably within the next 24 hours. You just give us a little bit of time, and we'll send you all those bonuses. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Will someone in support help us download what we need to be able to install the program? Be able to, yeah. I mean, if you, like I said, if you have any issues with getting the program up and running, we will help you. Or most hosting companies will help you as well. It's a fairly simple thing to do. Great question. Does Heat Map Tracker work on mobile devices? Yes, it works on tablets, on mobile devices. It doesn't matter what device it is. It can work. Okay. Let's see here. Let me see, Matt, if you can you flag any of the questions? I know there's a lot of comments coming in here, guys, and I know Matt has been trying to answer all of them. So I want to make sure that I try to get to all of them if I can. Because there's a ton of comments in here. So this is awesome. Thank you, guys. A lot of people that have been saying they're already in. This is great. Let's see here. Can I buy tomorrow? No, I mean, you can buy tomorrow, but it's going to be $100 more, and you're not going to get any of the bonuses. So that's why tonight is the time to buy. Okay. Uh, Okay, thank you, Antonio. Says the software is really phenomenal. We do appreciate that. How can I use this software for my Amazon business? Just like anything, right? I mean, it doesn't matter what business or industry that you're in. You need to you need to be able to convert your traffic into leads, right? You need to build your email list. You need to build up. You need to like for an Amazon person. I don't know if you're doing like Amazon affiliate stuff. You want them clicking on your links, right? If they're not clicking on the links that you want, you need to see why is that? Where are they going to other parts of your website? How can you change or design your website so it caters to your visitors? Okay. Let's see. This is a lifetime license, guys. This is not an annual renewal or monthly renewal. You will get a lifetime access to it. Please show on screen how we can claim the bonuses. Sure. So basically, you're gonna go to bonus at you're gonna email bonus at digitalkickstart.com. Okay, that is where you're going to go after you purchase from heatmapanik.com. You're going to email bonus at digitalkickstart.com your transaction ID or your transaction details, and we will send you the bonuses. Again, give us 24 hours if you can. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I'm in the process of creating my opt-in page. When I'm ready, I will surely. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Isa. I think it is. Where do I find the receipts? I only got an email saying that I'm registered. Okay, Carl, if you should get a receipt for your transaction, whether it's from PayPal. If you purchase through PayPal, you should get a PayPal receipt. If you purchase through credit card, you're going to get a receipt from Stripe. Stripe is our credit card processor. It's our third party that handles the credit card transactions. If for whatever reason you did not get a receipt, you can email support. Okay, email support, which is just support@digitalkickstart.com, and that'll create a ticket for you, and that'll go into our ticketing system. Okay, so we'll make sure that we take care of you. Um, okay. Any Let's see here. Other questions? Let's see here. I want to make sure if you guys wouldn't mind. I know there's been a lot of comments on here. If I didn't answer your question, if you wouldn't mind just putting it back in there. Let's see. Let's see here. Okay, yeah. See a few here that Matt has flagged. Let's see. Someone asked, "Isn't this like hacking?" No, I mean this is not hacking. This is 100% legitimate. I know it's like it's too good to be true, right? I mean this is essential data, man. I mean how cool is it that you can look over their shoulder and see exactly how they're engaging with your site, right? I mean this is 100% legal. Sites like I said, there's other solutions out there that are doing this as well. There's no reason why you can not do this, right? This is completely legal. Okay, there's no breach of security. um, so I mean they're coming to your website. Okay, now I will say this: there are one or two countries where you can't track a specific IP address, maybe, or I'm not sure exactly. It's a small country. I forgot exactly what. It's not the U.S. It's not Canada. It's not UK, Australia, Germany, Spain, England. It's not any of those. There was one country that someone had mentioned that it's not legal to track the IP address. So that I'm not sure, Matt. Maybe you know exactly what country that is, but for the most part, it's completely legal. And as you can see, other companies like ClickTail and Click or Crazy Egg do the same thing as well. So um, any information on Nutshell Metrics? Yeah, that is a one-time offer. I don't want to necessarily spend too much time on it. It is a special offer that we have for you guys. I did mention it during the presentation. It helps you to aggregate all of your metrics into one place. So if you're a marketing agency, all I'll say is that it's an agency's dream software. Okay, you can send automated reports. You can go to nutshellmetrics.com and see a little bit more about it, or check out the upsell page for that. So yeah, okay, yeah, this no China's fine. I honestly I don't even think I don't think there's any issues. I know that, like I said, there was one country that we were looking into. If you're nervous about it at all, just email our support team. But I'm almost 100% positive, and I don't want to. I'm not a lawyer, right? That there's no legal precedence around heat map tracking at all. Okay, so you have nothing to worry about there. Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you. Yep, Carol, awesome. Thank you for joining. There's been lots of people. I'm in. Thank you, Peter, Jennifer, Lou, Dave, Cheryl, Kathy, Antonio, Tom, Russell, Cheryl, Julia. Awesome. Thank you guys. So any other questions before we wrap up? Okay. Feel free to fire away. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, so the one time offers after you purchase Heat Map Tracker, they're fan. I mean, we have, like I said, guys, Nutshell Metrics, which is the first one time offer you're going to see. We've spent 2 years developing the software, and we continue to develop it. If you're a marketing agency, you have clients. It is a dream to have, and you can obviously look at the demo video on it, but and same thing with our link building software as well. So I mean, obviously, I guess I'm a little biased, but uh, we think that we build some of the best marketing software in the industry, and we have, we're not just like we have like a developer in our basement developing software. We have a team of about 10 developers that are working to improve on our software all day every day, answering support. So it's not like we've been doing this for a few months. I mean, we have between Matt and I mean, there's tens of thousands of customers, and we wouldn't have been able to kind of get our business to where it is without putting the right systems in place and building superior software. So we like to think that, like I said, I may be a little biased, but I like to think that we build some of the best software out there for marketers. So unfortunately, there's not a lifetime price for Nutshell Metrics, guys, just because there are some API costs. There's some hard costs involved with some of the data that we pull for you guys. So there are certain things that we need to pay for on a regular basis for that. Let's see here. Nutshell Metrics, the one-time offer is only available for you guys for another 3 days. And then we'll have our normal prices on the main website. So you can upgrade and downgrade Nutshell. I see a lot of you guys asking about Nutshell Metrics. You can upgrade and downgrade Nutshell Metrics at your leisure, and you'll be grandfathered into the discounted pricing. So if you get it now, you'll get the discounted pricing. If you wait, you won't. Okay. Can we sell reports to clients? Yeah, I mean, for sure. There's no reason why you can't. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways to monetize Heat Map Tracker. I mean, as well as Nutshell Metrics, which is one of our one-time offers. Yeah. Yeah. So someone was asking about Crazy Egg and Clicktail. I mean, I'll put that competitor analysis back up really quickly. So I mean, Nutshell. What we created was, heat. Whoops. Let me go back to here. So we understand here. Here's what we understand. We understand that there is a market that wants heat map tracking and visitor recording, right? I mean, it's fairly obvious, and so we understood that the main competitors were charging thousands upon thousands of dollars, right? And so that's the reason that we created an alternative solution. That's one of the reasons we created Heat Map Tracker, was to give small to medium sized business owners the ability to have this type of data. Okay, and that's why we built Heat Map Tracker. Okay, guys. So I believe we've answered everything. Matt, if there's anything else that I may have missed, if you wouldn't mind just giving me a quick message in the chat box. I think, again, this is kind of your last chance. Again, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Heatmapanik.com is the private link to get the discount. And I want to thank Anik for telling all of his subscribers about the webinar. Thank you to everyone who came on, especially till the very end. We've been going for about 2 hours now, so thank you to everyone who came on tonight. I hope that you guys got a lot of value out of this. Thank you to everyone who has taken action on Heat Map Tracker. You guys are going to get, especially all the bonuses and stuff. We'll be sending those to you guys over the next 24 hours. And if you guys have any questions, follow-up questions, we have our support desk. You're going to get an email from us with a link to our support desk as well. But you can contact support at digitalkickstart.com. And we will be more than happy to answer any of your follow-up questions as you start using the software. So thank you again. Thank you. Get lots of thank yous. I appreciate it. And I hope that everybody has a good evening and good. I guess the weekend is approaching. So have a good holiday as well. The holiday season is here, and I appreciate again everyone who has taken action and joined us for this webinar. So